Welcome to a very special episode of The Voyage. Well, it's that time of year, perhaps our favourite time of year, where our Princess Yachts Australia owners, their friends and family gather for our annual rendezvous. Welcome to Hayman Island, and what a week we have in store. This year, 11 boats have made the journey north from the Gold Coast, up the inside of the Great Barrier Reef to the idyllic cruising grounds of the Whitsunday Islands. After a few weeks cooling our jets around Hamilton Island and taking in the other 73 islands that make up the group, our attention now turns to a week of festivities on Hayman Island. That will include formal dinners, champagne charged cocktail parties, and seafood beach barbecues. Our vessels arrive and tie up in a well thought out procession, the result of some clever planning that starts at the end of last year's event.
Pretty well 12 months out. Actually, at the end of the last event we had here, we have a post-conference in the pool and with pina colada, and we talk about what went well and what we want to work on for next year. So it literally does start 12 months out.
And while many have done this before, there are a few newbies along on this year's trip, like Paul and son Kian from Keyframe, who have thoroughly enjoyed the experience so far.
Look, I'm used to lots smaller boats in Ireland, but this has been a very different experience, and we're just loving it. You know, we never thought that we could actually push this far and get this kind of stuff and enjoyment out of this boat, but you know, the guys have proven that they're very well capable, and we just can't wait for the many years of enjoyment we'll have in her. It was good fun and lots of experience, lots of help with Scott and his team and Greg and everybody, experienced boaters, to help us get up safely.
And so, with the fleet now snug and put to bed in the Hayman Marina, it's time for the fun to begin and for friends to come together and celebrate in true princess style. Dinner tonight is incredible and paired with Verve Clicquot and Hentley Farm wines. We are off to a great start. How could it get any better? Perhaps with a performance by ARIA-nominated artists Busby Marou.
I've got your back, and I've got your back. When the day is said and done.
If Tom and Jeremy's music sounds familiar, I am not surprised. Having toured with James Blunt and Pete Murray, Busby Marou have been the face of Queensland's international tourism campaigns for the past couple of years. But tonight on Hayman, they are here just for us.
My island home is waiting for Jeremy.
As the night rolls on, the boys are joined on stage by a surprise guest.
Tonight, I think the boys are happy to have Kate up and sing a few songs for us. So, Kate, are you happy to do that? Let's go.
Day 2 of this year's rendezvous is an opportunity to engage with a couple of heavyweights of the marine industry here in Australia. Volvo Penta Oceania CEO Gavin Rooney speaks about sustainability and the future from Volvo Penta's perspective. And Gordon Triplett and Junior Moala are also on hand to talk about Garmin's range of products and software upgrades.
Greg's done a great job of introducing Princess to Australia, and I think that family heritage that he's obviously been brought through his DNA into the boating world is starting to pay off in the Princess brand now, and Volvo Penta is exciting to obviously support it. And obviously we learn, as I said today at the training, you know, unless our customers are providing us feedback, we can't evolve either, and we need that feedback, and that's what these events are all about.
These sorts of trips for us are brilliant because we don't get to spend, you know, days on end with people that are using our product, you know, for fun. So their feedback is invaluable to us.
And at the same time, something just as sweet is happening for all the Princess kids. chocolate making in Hayman Island's main kitchen. What could be more fun?
These are my chocolates and I can't wait to eat them.
Beautiful Whitsunday weather rounds out the afternoon for a casual aft deck barbie hosted by Greg Haynes on the back of the Princess Y72. Greg's seafood cooking tips have become a regular addition to the program, and today he's whipping up some locally caught prawns on the barbie paired with Asian steamed WA lobster tails. Washed down with an icy cold Peroni.
So on this boat we did a little custom Weber barbecue that pops out the back of the locker. This is normally a locker for sea bobs, and I thought, we love in Australia barbecuing, and how do we make it easy? So custom made it using that slide technology, and then it all folds back and slides in the boat. So it's normally the thing on a boat. If it's too hard to use, you won't use it, but if you make it easy, you'll use it all the time.
Absolutely brilliant. So delicious. Brilliant.
Spot on. Beautiful.
Mate, that was absolutely unbelievable. Greg, master chef.
Yep, life's pretty good on Hayman. The threat of cooler evening breezes brings us into the pool lanai tonight for a casual night of canapes and cocktails. It's Whitehaven Day, and the weather gods are smiling on our Princess fleet as we gather on the dock for a final briefing before casting the lines.
As we get down the coast a bit more, we'll let Greg go first, and we'll basically get in a straight line from biggest to smallest in Flybridge, then from biggest to smallest in V-Class. So
all 11 vessels depart in well-timed choreography. Our Princess fleet is mobile again, and it's making its way south along the back of Hook Island, up through Hook Passage and to the east of Whitsunday Island. 11 delightful ladies frolicking in light breezes with blue skies and even bluer water. Our destination? World-famous Whitehaven Beach, for a toes in the sand beach barbecue, Princess style. After dropping anchor and getting all the toys and tenders out, it's time for some water play before lunch, which allows us time to catch up with Tom Busby and Jeremy Maru, who have joined us with their families today for a day at spectacular Whitehaven.
When there's no one complaining, every day's like this. Everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. My mama told me there'll be days like this.
Fans of Van Morrison, of course, and then we had a partnership with Queensland Tourism for a number of years. They initially were using an old song of ours, and then they thought, the actual campaign turned into days like this. So they asked us to Busby Maru a Van Morrison song, which is what we did. We gave it a go, and now you're hearing it everywhere. It was awesome. It took us all the way around to all the magical spots, both outback and coastal and rainforest, and one place we didn't get to go though was Whitehaven Beach. So here we are today. We're speaking to Greg leading up to it with school holidays, and we kind of forgot about that, and look, how do we do this? But they were kind enough to let us bring out a couple of our young kids, and I thought they were going to get in the road, but as soon as you get here, it's just got a really good family atmosphere, and everyone's been really welcoming. The kids you hardly see, they're just playing all together, and it's a really beautiful community. So it's been unbelievable, really.
On the beach, Kevin the teen from Fish Divine greet us with champagne and freshly shucked oysters, and that's just for starters. An amazing spread follows for our group, who are truly blown away by all that surrounds them, a sensory overload that finishes with a few songs from a couple of blokes who know how to entertain a crowd.
When you don't need to worry, there'll be days like this.
Wow, what a day. It's been remarkable, astonishing, incredible. Words just don't do it justice. It's one for the memory bank, that's for sure, and I think just about every single person on the beach at this point is having a pinch me moment. Heaven, Princess really has turned it on. At the end of a wonderful week of divine indulgence, our final gathering is a hawker-style lunch at Ban Ban Beach. The perfect way to reflect and celebrate a wonderful week of family, friends, and the finer things.
Do your cheeks hurt from smiling?
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
What a day it was yesterday.
Like on your wedding day. Except it's 4 of them, or 5 of them on this particular trip.
I think we'll all be going home for a rest, Kim.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Greg Haynes reckons he's had as much fun as his guests.
Yesterday I was talking to Kevin from Fish Divine, who do our Whitehaven event, and he said, your clients are the best people. He said, my staff even came up to me and said, these people are just amazing.
Yeah. So the last 4 years you've sneakily and gradually added a day to make the trip bigger and better. I mean, what do you do next?
We're going to have a debrief this afternoon in the pool with the team, with the pina colada in hand.
Nice.
And then we'll
Where
think about
all
next
good
year.
ideas start.
Exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing what you create. It's just going to be exceptional.
This year has been great, but it's always a challenge to make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
We'll send some surveys out to our clients to see what ideas they have as well.
And encourage them to be honest in their feedback.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, this resort at Hayman Island is spectacular, and we've got the marina that they tell me they built for us for our events.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm sure they use it for
Of
other
course they
things.
do. Well, that's that. It's kind of like the day after Christmas, isn't it? But what a week it's been, and we cannot wait to do it all again. Family, friends, and the finer things, that's what you get at Princess. So if you like what you see, then make sure you get in touch with Greg and the team at Princess Yachts Australia. Oh, and if Yacht Rock is your scene, then you can check out Busby Maru on Spotify. We'll see you next time on The Voyage.